Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna try this again. So, hi everyone. My name's Blue Knight. If this is your first time watching my channel, I apologize sincerely. If you're returning, thanks for sticking around, and I hope that we're all having fun this Pride Month. So right off the bat, I apologize for any shaky video. I'm just holding my phone at this point. Harper and I just got back from a walk. I was trying to record this video during the walk, but it's just too much. It was giving me motion sickness, and I didn't want to do all that to everyone else. So there's that. But still, if I forget any points, I still have that video footage. So if I forget any points during this little sit down, I'll splice it in as we go. So just a heads up there. So, what's this video about? Yes, I'm stirring the cauldron again. I have thoughts over the events from the last month, and I want to share them. So, first of all, it's almost my birthday. Yay, happy birthday to me. Woohoo, this is so fun. Pride Month has been so eye-opening for me. Okay, so some thoughts since all of this blew up. I made a couple videos this past month that have caused a lot of friction, a lot of conversation, which is what the aim was, conversation. I'm probably going to repeat myself through a lot of this, and I apologize in advance for that as well. But again, I feel it needs to be said. So this is me sticking to what I said originally, which is some things need to be voiced, some feelings need to be voiced, some opinions need to be voiced in order to start a conversation and bring things to light. So, with that being said, let's just hop into it, okay? Let's just hop into it. Again, I'm not trying to come for anybody, but if any video should be seen as me coming for anyone, it should be this one. And neither of my other two videos, because I'm going to express some feelings that I have in regards to some comments that were left on my videos, some interactions that I have seen gone down with people in these videos, or in regards to my videos. So if anything should be noted as me calling anybody out, it should probably be this video. And I'm going to, again, be as kind as I can be in this video, while also giving everybody the black and white facts. And when I say black and white facts, I mean this cancer does not let go of things very easily. And I am very intuitive when it comes to people sometimes. I sit and I think about things that I'm going to say before I say them, and I think about the actions that I'm going to take before I take them. I told my husband that I wasn't going to make this video until the end of the month, and I decided today that I was going to change my mind based off of some comments on my previous videos. So this might be a little rambly, but it's my truth. It's how I feel. And it's going to be spreading some light that has now over some things that are now inaccessible to others. And I want to make sure that I'm being as transparent as I possibly can be. And I'm being as responsible as I can be with the knowledge that I have for the people who, subscribe or follow me on social media. So I made a video earlier this month regarding the lady grave dancer, also known as Tequila, switching to Christianity. I'll post the thumbnail for that video here. It is, of course, still up and available for you to watch at your earliest convenience. If you have not watched that video yet, I recommend that you go back and you watch that video first. I'm just going to do a quick review as far as timeline information goes, so everybody knows who doesn't know about things yet. Everybody can kind of review the evidence, as it will, with me. So, in that video, I mentioned that the Lady Grave Dancer posted on a new Facebook account that she is now Christian and she is no longer practicing witchcraft. Despite the fact that I tried to be very kind, there were a lot of people who disagreed with me, which is fine. Totally understand people who disagree. But there were a lot of people who also felt that I was bullying, or I was shaming her for switching to a particular path, that being Christianity, which was not my intention of the video. And I have stated that many times. Am I going to apologize for making the video? No, I'm not going to apologize for making the video. I'm also not going to apologize for the video still being up. So after I posted that video, I was also asked to be on the Purple Broom Apothecaries podcast, which, looking back on it now, I realized I did not share the link in my video originally because I didn't realize it was posted yet. But now that I know that it's posted, I can share the link in the description below. So if you want to get timeline, if you want to line evidence up as far as timelines go, my original video, which was what happened to Lady Grave Dancer, and then Natalie's podcast video, and then Trina, or Sunshine Morning Ray. And I'm using government names because they've already done so, and it's already been recorded, and it's on my channel, so it is what it is. But Trina felt very strongly about the original video that I had posted, and so she had made a response video, which I reacted to in real time on camera and posted for everyone to see. So that would be the third video that I encourage you to watch. Since posting that video, Trina has taken her video down. She's actually taken her whole channel down. She said some things that were very hurtful, some things that are very controversial. She fed into bi panic. There's a little bit of homophobia mixed in there. It's just, it is what it is. And there were a lot of comments in that video, or on that video, I should say, that were very inappropriate. But you can't see them anymore because she has taken her channel down, which is her choice and totally okay, but also raises questions and feelings from me. Since her video has gone up, and since I have made a reaction video, there's also been several other videos discussing other content creators' feelings about the incidents, about some of the words that Trina has said, as well as some of the actions that Tequila had taken in regards to, you know, how she went about this whole conversion. As I said, Trina took down her video, her response video. So now the only comments and the only way you can see that video is through my channel. My video, which I will not be taking down. Ever. There are some hateful comments in that video and in my original on my original video. Immediately I knew something was up when she posted that video because, as I said in my reaction video, there was a lot of like hateful, kind of like aggressive energy sent towards my channel, a lot of comments and stuff like that. I've been accused of deleting comments or hiding comments by viewers who felt differently or felt a particular way towards Trina or Tequila. And I just want to say, like, all of those comments are still there. If I were to hide a comment for whatever reason, I would I would think that I would also hide the comment that was accusing me of hiding a comment, because that's kind of like going against my character as a content creator as well. But the bottom line is I was actually spending more time in my hidden folder publishing comments than I was hiding anything. The only comments that I've kept hidden are comments that were using very aggravated terminology, calling names that were just unnecessary, that really had no thought. They were just also bullying, which I'm very disappointed for. But I'm not posting that stuff that doesn't contribute to the conversation at all and is just bullying is inappropriate. And I'm not just saying that, and I'm not saying that these were people that were actually bullying me. They were actually bullying Trina in regards to how she was acting in her video. And I feel like she's probably already feeling a certain way based off of how she presented herself in that video, and that's probably a lot of the reasons why she took her channel down in that video. But despite that she made herself look a certain way, I'm deciding to keep that on my channel because it's a huge puzzle piece into why things blew up the way they did. It's a huge piece of the experiment that I wanted to, the journey that I wanted to take you all down with me. So, again, not going to discuss Trina's whole video because we've already done that. We've already walked through the whole thing, so you can watch it on my channel. I'll list it in the timeline below. But, I do want to discuss some of the comments that were left on Trina's video because I did take some pictures of them to document them because I did suspect that Trina might take her video down in the future, which is her choice, but it's also my choice. Since my name was mentioned, it's also my choice to keep a record of that. And so, because once you post something online, everyone, like, I just want you to know, once you post something online, it's public. The immediate comments that I saw on Trina's video were all very pro Trina. I also am pro Tequila, which is fine. When I posted my original video, I knew that people were going to disagree, and that is why I said I choose violence. I wasn't literally choosing violence. I wasn't literally trying to stir the cauldron, as they say, in a sense of wanting to stir up drama, but I did want to stir up a conversation, and I did want to bring some of this stuff that we don't talk about as content creators, or at least as pagan content creators. I wanted to bring it to light because I was called to some extent. I work with the Morgan, and I'm not in any particular tradition or anything like that, so this isn't me, saying, oh, I was led by my tradition to do this and this is my calling. No, this was just the feelings that I felt at the time and that I'm still continuing to feel in regards to this whole situation. The Morgan, a lot of people, some people who work with dark goddesses like the Morgan, or other dark goddesses, we talk about sacrifices that we have to make to work with them, and we talk about how sometimes we have to give things up, or sometimes we have to work really, really hard to gain this goddess's favor, or prove ourselves to this goddess or these goddesses, or gods, or what have you. And I've heard everything from giving up social media, which I think is interesting, but neither here nor there. I'm not here to judge anybody's practice, and I don't want anybody to think that I am. But I've heard everything from giving up social media to giving up, certain diets, making all these different sacrifices, time, energy. And not saying that any of these are wrong, but one thing that I continuously have to battle with myself and with my goddess over, and yes, I say battle, because it's a struggle. And this is, to me, what makes it hard, is that, she is not a goddess, at least in my experience, that is going to expect me to ghost my following or ghost my subscribers or go silent. She actually does the opposite. She wants me to continuously do more, to continuously say more. She would not expect me to walk away from social media because she is very much a goddess of war, a goddess of conflict. And so that conflict, she has taught me in every relationship that I have, whether it be my romantic relationships or my friendships or even my relationships with family members. She has taught me that conflict is not bad, that fire is what, sometimes breaks things down and allows us to rebuild something that's a little stronger. And, people are being hateful and there's a lot of hate, and she apologized to Trina, which I think is interesting. I don't think Trina needed an apology. I think that, Trina should give an apology. Oh, looky here. I will take that. Thank you. Come here. Sit. It's my feather. Wait. Okay. So I found a crow feather. Interesting. And so that is why I am, wanting to bring to light a lot of the things that are hidden right now because, I'm being called to. And sometimes it breaks down my ego, and sometimes we all need a little bit of, check-in. We all need a little bit of, that ego breakdown or that ego death or whatever you want to call it. Even when I'm wrong, there were some things in my video that I stated that were taken completely out of context, and I have since talked with people who have been kind enough and gentle enough. Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye now. Blah. But I have since talked to people both in comments and personally who have come to me personally and pointed out some of these things that I said that could be seen as ageist or racist even, and or just misconstrued in the sense that I sounded one way, but what I was actually trying to say was, something completely different. Some of these things being issues that are completely unrelated to the videos at hand. And I've actually apologized, and I've opened, or I've tried to. I've tried to apologize. I've tried to make mental and physical notes to be better at these things and not be so triggering or problematic for other people. Because as someone with a platform, no matter how big that platform is or how small that platform is, people listen to me, and I need to be responsible. I believe I need to be responsible for the things that come out of my mouth and the sparks that I send out that light fires in other people's souls. So with that being said, again, Trina deleted her video, so the comments on her video are no longer available. Or she hid her channel, or whatever you want to call it. One of the comments I want to pull attention to is Tequila's comment on Trina's video. And I'll pull it up. I have it somewhere. I've posted it on Instagram. So really, this is all also stuff that I've posted on Instagram that I'm just now actually vocalizing. But Tequila posted a comment in regards to apologizing to Trina, stating that, you know, she was apologizing for all of the hate, and she couldn't believe all of the hate that was out there and everything else. And I just want to make sure that we're all clear and understanding that she is seeing my video as being a hate video, a hateful video, my original video, as being hateful. And I want to make sure that it's clear that that was not my intentions. And I think that I made it overwhelmingly clear that that was not my intentions by not screaming at the camera, by not calling anybody a name. I was simply sharing my thoughts and my feelings and opening the door for others to also share similar thoughts and feelings, because, you know, you look at Tequila's Facebook post, and if you were to be able to see Trina's comment section in that video, there's a lot of blind positivity. There's a lot of blind support, which is fine. I mean, everybody's entitled to support who they want to support. But when it's blind, it leads me to think a certain way. And it concerns me, because I think all of us should be able to have the knowledge at hand so we can all go back, figure out what happened, and be able to make educated decisions for our own well-being, or for our own actions, or, you know, what have you. And that's why I'm making this video, because now there are some pieces of the puzzle that are missing, and I want to address it. So yes, Tequila posted her comment. I commented on it as well, in response to her. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was not in the comments stirring the pot, because, oh, I absolutely was. Because yes, when someone comes at you with the energy that Trina had, you cannot talk to this person like a, you know, there's no civil conversation that happens there. She had feelings, I had feelings. She had very strong feelings in regards to protecting her friend. I understand that. Doesn't necessarily give anybody the right to attack, but it is what it is. And now that's up for everybody to see forever. Again, the comments, however, are not. After Trina posted her video, it inspired other people to post videos in response to her, and in response to the blind support that they were giving both her and Tequila. The only video that was in response, pro quo, for Tequila and Trina was actually taken down by the content creator who made it. Not sure why, but Tequila also went on that video and also commented on that video to her feelings, saying something similar to the comment she had left on Trina's video, which, again, I have that documented and I will post that here, because, again, that content creator's video has been taken down, so there's no way you can actually go and read those comments at this time. And I do completely understand that these are just 2 comments that I was taking into, I've only taken a picture of these 2 comments, but, or, the comments related to these 2 comments. But that is because these are comments made by somebody whose name I had already mentioned in my original video. And again, who already has 50 point some thousand subscribers, whose eyes are on her, and not by anybody's choice but her own, because she is the one who chose to be a public figure or a content creator. So this person, Willow something or other, deleted her video, but it was very pro Tequila, very pro Trina. She said something along the lines of, it doesn't really matter to her what they do, because they helped her, especially Tequila, helped her out of a dark situation. She also in the video discussed how she had traumas of her own that caused her to be in this dark state of mind, or, state of being, whatever you want to call it. And she thanked Tequila for being the person that got her out of that, which I totally respect. And, I don't want anybody to think that I made the videos I made regarding Tequila and regarding my response to Trina. The absolute last thing I want to do is disrespect their viewers, because some of their viewers are my viewers. And the absolute last thing I want to do is disrespect you guys, because this platform that I have, the reason why people hear me is because you guys view my videos, is because you sit and you listen to me, is because you hit the subscribe button, it's because you hit the bell notification thingy. It's, they owe everything to you all. They owe everything to you all. So to me, to sit down and say that a content creator doesn't owe their audience anything, as a person, no, they don't owe us anything. But as a content creator, they do owe us something, especially if they're going to ghost us. And that's just how I feel about it. And if you all disagree, that's fine. You can disagree. But that's how I feel as a content creator. I know that this person took down their video, and I know that they don't mind that people know that they made a video, because they commented on my video and stated, that they took their video down and why they took their video down, which I will also leave up for you guys to read. I really encourage everybody to pause this video when I put these things up as well, so you can take the time to read these comments and really try and understand where they're coming from. Because I have. In fact, I've read a lot of them over and over and over. But this is a comment that basically stated they didn't want to add to the drama. They are very, depressed. They feel a certain way about the way that everybody is reacting. But what's funny to me is that you felt this way, and now you're saying you didn't want to add to the drama, but you made a video response, which is your choice. And that's fine. It's human to have emotions, and it's human to feel a certain way. But again, we are discussing things like bullying, and we're discussing things like the power of someone's voice and the amount of traction a person can have just from their voice. And we're all witches, right? Like most of us consider ourselves witches because that's what the majority of my content is regarding. It's the majority of what Tequila's content was. Trina's content the same way. So we should all know the power the word has. And we should all take that into consideration before we post anything. But just putting that out there. Again, not judging anybody, because again, everybody has the right to feel what they want to feel, or feel how they feel, or think what they want to think, or think how they think. You know, I'm not out here trying to bully anybody. I'm just... Hindsight's 2020. Which I hope is also a reason why you took down your video. But, yeah. I did not record that video. I just took some pictures of the comment that Tequila left. Which, back on track to that, was regarding not having a chance to discuss this or to bring this up to her community on her own. And I want to remind everybody that I mentioned dates. And the pictures of the posts that I included in the original video also included dates. So you will see that the Facebook post that Tequila made was in May regarding her saying that she's no longer practicing witchcraft, and now she is Christian. And I also mentioned that she reshared that same post on that same Facebook, not to her old Facebook, but on that same Facebook page. She reshared it. Again, also in May. My video was posted in June. To this day, this morning I looked at Tequila's videos because she has reposted her channel. She has brought her videos back up for everybody to watch. She has not made a video explaining herself. She did, however, go on Noah Tempestari's channel, who also was in Trina's video comments, also stating some very disappointing things in regards to Natalie and her podcast post, and defaming her character, bullying, basically. Yes, I am saying that Noah Tempestari was a bully in the comments, and I will see if I have any picture proof of that. I don't think that I do, though, because that was in regards mostly to Tequila at the time. But I did comment in response to his comment and tell him that I was disappointed. Because of the way he was interacting in the comments against Natalie. He also avoided me. He mentioned my name as to say, at least Nathan has an excuse in saying that this is how he feels. This is how I feel. No, I feel you're a bully. And you and I have had conversations in the past in regards to how you've handled some trauma response. And I let you know then that I don't think that it doesn't make you look very good, okay? It makes you look a certain way. That's just my opinion. just my thoughts, just how I feel. But that is also why I am unsubscribing to all of Noah Tempestari's social media accounts as well. So there's that. Noah brought Tequila onto his channel for a live. This is the only video in which Tequila, the Lady Grave Dancer, has expressed her feelings towards her conversion, explaining herself as to her conversion, or, saying anything. Overall, I thought the video was very well addressed. The questions that Noah asked her were questions that were, that have come to, have been arisen based off of my videos and the questions from viewers who were all wondering, we were all wanting answers to all of these questions. As far as how I felt in regards to this video as a whole, again, I thought it was very well put together. Somebody in my Instagram post, because I shared the link, despite me no longer being a subscriber to Noah, I did share the link, and I spread the word about it because, yes, I think that, again, I still think that as a content creator, her words on this should be heard. So yes, I did share the link, and I will continue to share the link in my timeline below. But there are some things that didn't quite make sense, or to be quite honest, that were ringing my bullshit alarm. And when I say ringing my bullshit alarm, again, I'm very intimate with my thoughts before I express them. And I sit back and I watch how people take action in regards to how they handle, questions coming at them or stress. And that tells me a lot about a person. And looking back at the comments that she posted, I know now that by the time this live came out, I knew that she did not think highly of me. But I was also in the live chat. I want to point out that viewers were saying that the only people that were in the live chat were the people that mattered, or the people who were genuine. So I made sure that I made myself known in that live chat, because I'm not going to say how I feel about somebody or say something and come across it lightly. I want to make it clear that it was not my intention to spread drama. It was not my intention to start any fighting or start, fan any flames. Trina was the one that did that. There were no negative comments on my video. There were people who disagreed, absolutely, but there were no people, calling me or anybody else names. There were no, heated debates in my video's comments until Trina made her video. So I made myself known in Noah's live, and Noah did pull a question that I had, which was not really properly answered, in my opinion, which I guess is where my bullshit indicator rings the most. My question was in regards to, did she think that she left paganism or left her journey in regards to witchcraft due to negative emotions or maybe negative, like a negative mental state.
Okay. All right. So you keep saying you still believe in magic because you experienced it. Do you think you're stepping away from a magical practice is because of trauma or negative emotions?
I mean, I don't think so. But
I feel like you're still trying to figure that kind of stuff out. It's how you take your own pace at that. It's kind of hard to define it like right from the gate. So maybe you'll know in more time when you're more solid into it. Let's see.
Because something that she kept addressing in the live video was that she was depressed.
And no, before that, I wasn't. Like I said, I would find comfort in like gospel music or worship music whenever I was down.
Okay.
I want to say that's a type of practice for Christian, then yeah. Or I would watch, nice Hallmark Christian-y like movies, the feel-good movies, and that's where I would turn. I wasn't turning to witchcraft or anything. I was turning to that when I was having real bad times.
Oh, I see.
As far as like just digging into it and really recognizing this is what makes me happy, this has only been since I left YouTube.
Okay.
I wasn't going to leave it up and be on there, be fake like when I'm not. That's also last year we shut the shop down. The shop was closed down more last year than it was open, and that's for multiple reasons. And all through the years when I would be dealing with depression, the shop would get closed down for a few weeks because I would never put that energy into anything I made in my shop at all. Okay. That's why I shut down quite often because I was dealing with depression. And whenever I got to the point and we shut it down for good, at first I told my son, I'm just tired. I'm old and I don't want to do it no more. I didn't tell him I'm not feeling it no more until I was like, we need to shut it down.
She stated that she had been on medication for a little over a year. There was some medication shaming in there as well, which kind of made me feel a certain way.
It got to where I wasn't being fulfilled. And I found myself going toward more, like when I would be upset, because, I struggle with depression. And, I've been taking medicine for over a year now, and we've had 5 deaths in a year of our family. So I would find myself, instead of going to the craft for comfort or anything, I would find myself listening to gospel music. I would find myself wanting to read the Bible, or listening to certain people's sermons, because there's a lot that I won't listen to because there's a lot of BS out there.
Yes.
So I just found that it was more comforting for me. And honestly, I was scared to come out to my family.
No, really?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And everybody, they just want me to be happy. And also my friends who I spoke to, like yourself, just like want me to be happy, because those who know me personally know that doesn't change my character.
Not at all.
So, there's just, maybe that is a disconnect because I leaned more for something else for comfort than in the craft that I had always.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, I also take medication. In fact, I've been very honest about how I take medication because Drunken Divinations involves alcohol. And I've been very upfront and honest about being on medication for, I don't know, we're probably going on 2 years now. But, so some of those episodes of Drunken Divinations that if you want to take the time to rewatch, you can see that I was very upfront and honest about, the fact that I was taking, antidepressants, and still am. But there were some ties in there that were very, just felt iffy to me. And the fact that in some ways she was blaming, hello, Danu. In some ways she was blaming her depression on witchcraft. Or at least that's one stance in which some people may see. Basically, she was lining up that witchcraft was either causing or not helping her depression. I say causing because, in her words, she didn't need the dark and hard. She needed a cuddle.
Do you have anything that really drew you to Christianity from witchcraft? Like, was there like a pivotal moment for you, or something?
You know, I don't want to sound cheesy here, but I do feel like God, this particular God, because we know he even references other gods in the Bible. Mm-hmm. This particular God, I think, was calling to me more, mm-hmm. you know, kind of like Hecate did back in the day.
Okay.
And I was comforted. I was comforted in a way where during my practice most of the time, I needed the more darker stuff, the more intense mm-hmm. energy, you fall down, you scrape your knee, get back up. Mm-hmm. But now in my life, I need a little bit more of a cuddle.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Boop. She needed a cuddle, which is her reasonings for switching to Christianity. I think that is very... She used the words, I hate to put a color to things, but that's how I felt. Tying in racism, which she made that connection herself by saying that.
Years ago, I never felt anything. I never felt any kind of draw or anything. I just, at that time when we went that way, it's because I was getting very, very, I don't want to use the word dark in magic, because you know how I hate putting colors on things, but I was getting very negative in my magic, and possession was happening a lot, and it was actually good for the family. And at one point, one of my, you would call my poltergeists that I created, actually was calling to my son. This is my oldest son here, by the way. Actually was calling him down the hallway, trying to get him to go to them when I wasn't home. And that's when we decided, okay, I've gotten in too deep into something that, I can't fix. My brother came down. He, fixed everything. And that's when we started trying to walk the Christian path. Because that's what told me was going to work. He took me to the preacher. The preacher was actually scared of me and actually told my mom at that time he can't help me.
Oh, wow.
But, so we thought that was the way to go. But because...
We can sit here and we can say... That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it that way. I meant it this way. But if that's still the way it sounded, we still owe an apology. Because it's wrong. It still needs corrected. So, just the fact that you're acknowledging that it sounds bad, but that you reinforced it. And this is a lesson that I too have learned, right? Through some of the conversations that I've had with people privately. And in comments. But the fact that you reinforce it could be indication of how you truly feel. Needing a cuddle is completely normal and completely natural, and I completely understand people needing a cuddle. I completely understand people who say that dark deities are no longer, what they need in life or on their path, or, they need something a little different. But people switch deities all the time. This isn't a question of did she switch deities. This is regarding her switching paths altogether and then attempting to ghost us until somebody, me, said something. Here's the thing. If I would not have made the video that I originally made, Trina would not have made her video. And I don't think if Trina would not have made her video, I don't think that Tequila would have made, or I don't think Tequila would have been on YouTube again. For a minute, at least. I don't think it's right that her comments basically said that her chance to explain herself was taken away because, again, There was a lot of time that went by. She had plenty of time to make her own video, and she still has plenty of chances to make her own video. I think that her saying that the reason why she hid her videos and didn't delete her channel is a cop-out, because Sunshine Morning Ray's channel no longer exists, but her account still exists. Sunshine Morning Ray, even though she took down her channel, in other words, if you search for Sunshine Morning Ray, you're not going to find a channel with Sunshine Morning Ray's name on it. But when Tequila's videos were down, you could search the Lady Grape Dancer and her channel was still popping up. It just had no videos. But to say that the reason why you didn't delete your channel is because of YouTube TV that you share with your family members who are in different households, I'm having a hard time believing that as well, because again, you can delete your channel and still have the account. As proven by Sunshine Morning Ray using her same account to comment on the live video on Noah's channel. But now also, you've done a U-turn. So Tequila did a U-turn during her live video and apologized to viewers, saying, "I see now how it can be a slap in the face." That I took my videos down and did not take my channel down. I see now how that was a slap in the face. And she apologized to everybody in the live.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Did you have anything you want to say? Final goodbye or anything? Final thoughts?
Yeah, I do want to apologize because I feel like taking my videos down might have been kind of a slap in the face. I'm just trying to do what was right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I didn't want, I guess, people to think that, I don't know, because the things that I showed, a lot of people do the same thing. And I don't want people thinking that I don't think that what they're doing is real, because I do.
Gotcha.
And I guess by taking down the videos, it was kind of dismissing everything. I kind of feel like I feel bad now. Like maybe I shouldn't have took them down, because maybe it was kind of a slap in the face, and that was not my intentions.
Understood.
And then it was like, well, I don't want to put them back because I don't want people thinking I'm trying to make money on a path I'm not walking on. Trust me, we don't make money.
No, Social Blade, you guys, if you really want to know Social Blade, it's out there.
I'm glad that she sees the point of my whole first video. But I'm also disappointed that I have not received an apology from Tequila or Trina personally, period, for the things that Tequila commented, for the things that Trina said in her video, for the fact that Trina attempted to bully me into taking my videos down. Still have not received an apology. And that's okay. This is just me saying this so everybody else knows that, okay? And also me being transparent about the way I feel about these people. I have also not seen a public apology from Noah in regards to what he said about Natalie and Trina's comments. And I don't think that the fact that these videos being taken down and these comments not being shown is an excuse to not give an apology. Because people like me still saw them. People like me may have taken pictures of them because we don't let anything go. And I just think it's a responsibility of being a decent person, I guess. So now we're going to get into the real, like, messiness of it, right? So, Dottie, the psychic, made another video response in regards to all of the drama that was going down. Highly encourage you to watch her video as well. She touches on all of the points. That is the conversation that I wanted to have. And I will continue to say that. That's the conversation that my original video, was supposed to spark. Maple, Birch, and Ivy is another content creator. They also posted a response. Highly encourage you to check that one out as well. That video response also is, once again, bringing forth the conversation that was meant to be had. RavenFlower then made a response in regards to everything that was going down. And came forward publicly about her experiences with Tequila and Trina. And I have seen evidence, regardless of me no longer following their social media accounts, I have seen evidence of further bullying. Putting RavenFlower's word down, or trying to, say, look at all the other shit that's been spread, and I will post, the evidence I have of this. Again, nothing we post on the internet is private. It's all public. I'm disappointed in anybody, including those of you who have commented on my behalf on my videos, who have called these women names, who have, stated, well, this person seems crazy or whatever. That is a form of bullying. These are all points of cyberbullying. And I'm really disappointed in how some people have taken this conversation and allowed it to inflate the ways that it has. However, it's still a conversation that needed to be had. There are still good points out there from people who either do or do not support how Trina or Tequila is handling things. And the bottom line is, we all really need to take the responsibility as viewers onto ourselves, and we need to hold all of the content that we watch accountable. But even more so, the content that we cause to have big numbers, because those are the ones that the algorithm will hear. And just as much as, what we say has an effect on the environment that we live in, but also time is money, time is valuable. So whatever you spend time watching, whatever you spend time listening to, including this video and any of my others, matters. RavenFlower and I have talked after RavenFlower's video. And I can't really say anything as far as RavenFlower's accusations are concerned, because I wasn't a part of all of that when it all went down. Raven and I are, we're in each other's lives now. We're close to each other. but we weren't this close when all of that stuff was going down between her and Trina and Tequila and all of that. So I can't really validate or invalidate anything like that. But I have seen comments on her video in which people are blindly questioning her validity. Her validity? Yeah. Because she has no proof that all of this went down. In other words, no screenshots, no video, etc. But I also want to point out that I have been doing nothing but showing screenshots and video. And despite the fact that these things have been taken down by those people, I have still not received an apology. I still continue to receive comments and messages that are very rude and unkind because they are sticking up for their idols or their content creators. And many of them admit to not watching my videos, which again is fine. That's their choice. And I'm not saying this to make anybody feel like bad for me, because again, I knew people would disagree. But I did not plan for Trina to light the fire and fan the fire that she did. Some people have questioned Sabbath Social in being, you know, are we really as a group not judgmental? Well, to some extent, we do judge. We judge bullies because we have to try and keep everyone else comfortable and safe in our community. That's the biggest reason for the charge wall. You know, unfortunately, charge walls naturally keep people safe because somebody who doesn't like your product isn't going to buy it. So somebody who doesn't believe in what we believe in as Sabbath Social isn't going to purchase a Sabbath Social membership. And we don't believe in bullying. And we believe in speaking out. Because if we're silent, if I would not have made that video, and I would have voiced my opinions in a comment or made a Facebook post, it would not, my views would not have been accessible, both to the people who disagree and the people who agree. And the bullying would have happened behind closed doors. And I guess one thing I want to point out is that none of these people are Sabbath Social members, and nor have they ever been. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why they haven't attempted to join that community. Because it's not their community, and because they know this sort of thing does not fly. And I guess the whole purpose of this video now is to just, again, shed a little bit of light on some things that have been hidden so that the viewers can come to their own conclusion based off of their own critical thinking and their own thought process. I have also unsubscribed to Crescent Moon because Crescent Moon was also in RavenFlower's live chat and also commented on Trina's Facebook post and continued to discredit RavenFlower's voice. If something is not true, I understand the need to come forth and speak on that. But based off of the information that was given to me from Raven through a private conversation between Tequila and her, because that's how bullies like to bully. They don't want to bring stuff out to the light, and because numbers are dangerous, right? So I just hope that everybody from now on really pays attention and just really makes a mental note as to what they're endorsing when they give content creators time as well as money. Yeah. So this will be the last time that I discuss this. Publicly. But if anybody has any questions, I'm always more than welcome to have a conversation. And yeah, I look forward to more positive content in the future. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to me. And thanks for being true to yourselves. And happy Pride Month. It's almost over. Get out there and enjoy it while you still can. And many blessings. Lots of love. And a lot of darkness.
Like, they were always like, you know, Mother Earth, Father God. And I never connected with a male deity. I tried and tried all these years. Not once have you ever heard me speak of a male deity that I connected with or anything. So this is like a new experience. And see, growing up, I was always better with boys than girls because I was such a tomboy. And even as I have more male friends than I have female friends. So this is a nice experience. What happened?
I love that.
Oh.
Let's see. That was another part of that question. How does it feel to be in a religion that is more male-centered?
You know, it is. It is, and that is wild to me because, you know, Jesus really like appreciated women more than the religion shows. And so it's odd to see it because they do it. Also, you're supposed to be submissive to the man, you know, the man of the house, and that's what the book says. Yeah, but it's like you can read it literally or understand it in the way that like I'm understanding it. And submissive doesn't mean that I'm like cooking and scrubbing the floors and down on my knees with him, but it's me recognizing he is the man of the house. And you know, that energy is like the protector of the home. You know, even though if something happens, I'd probably be up front like, let's go. But you know, so accepting that, because in this house, I'm the one that just does all the bills and handles all the banking, anything, vacations, anything we do, like I do all that because it gives my husband real bad anxiety. So I do recognize him as the man of the house. You know, I'm not going to do anything without talking to him about it. You know,
I love that. Equal partnership. That's good.
I did that before, though. This is what we're doing. Okay.
Listen, you guys are gold.